Hi sunshines! Welcome back to the channel. This week you won't believe what I was able to get my hands on. When I heard they were coming out with BTS toys right after their Hello Kitty Ninja Turtle collab, I near lost it. Just for some context, I love me some BTS, but I'm not knowledgeable enough to know them on a deep level like those in the BTS Army. My siblings, however, are the real ones. I just simply dabble here and there, but I can appreciate beautiful people and amazing talent. I watched that documentary when they were putting together Cat's Eye, and the amount of work and talent that goes into becoming who these groups are today, I can't even imagine. I have to give all of them their flowers, seriously. Of course, you have the chance to get all 7 members if you're lucky enough. The box itself doesn't show who's in it, except the back of the box does have different numbers, possibly indicating who it is, but that's about it. Apparently they also have stickers. I had no idea, but my most recent purchase, it was already in my box, and I'm a little disappointed I didn't get them previously, but I'm thankful for it now. I think you may have to ask for them if they don't already give it to you. But anywho, let's get into it. I was so lucky to get Jung Kook as my first toy, and he is so freaking adorable, guys. The head swivels and he's on a platform, and it comes with this adorable little card saying a few things about his personality and his strengths. It's perfect, honestly. So let's get into it. I picked up these gorgeous gold accent beads, black and green larger beads, and gold star beads. I do want to warn you, be careful of the beads you get. These ones, you can see the color is already fading, so eventually it will probably no longer be gold, but it's just a keychain for myself, so I don't mind too much, but just something to keep in mind. Now the color scheme I'm doing is green, gold, and black to match his solo album Golden. And of course, I had to use the letter beads to spell his name out, because why not? And then I also got a few charms that I'll explain later on what I'll do with them. And of course, we'll also need our trusty drill to turn him into a keychain. So let's get started. I'm using clear stretch cord in the size 0.5 millimeters, and I'm just measuring out how long I want it to be. I'm going to start with pulling one side of the string into the green bead and pushing it to the center of the string. Next, I'm going to add 2 gold accent beads. Don't forget, these ones we will be putting both sides of that string into the rest of the beads going forward like this. From there, I added this gorgeous glass black bead along with 2 more gold accent beads, and just kept repeating this pattern until it got to the length I wanted. Don't forget, when making your charms, make them in different lengths so that there's a nice little variety to it. Overall, I did 4 green beads, 3 glass black beads, and 13 gold accent beads because I added just 1 at the very top instead of 2. Now I'm going to add the crimp bead cover and slide the crimp bead inside that cover. I'm going to use my pliers to crimp the bead closed, add a little bit of glue to secure it, clamp it closed, and cut the excess cord. Gorgeous! Next, I'm going to cut some more cord to make the name charm, starting with a tiny little black bead at the base. So I'm stringing one side of the cord and pushing it to the center. From here, just adding the rest of the beads as shown again, this time pulling the rest of the beads through both sides of the cord. You don't have to add the stars in it, but I thought it was a nice touch. After I add all the beads, I do the crimp bead cover again, add the crimp bead, crimp, glue, close the cover, and cut the excess cord off. And ta-da! That's all to it. Y'all really thought I had children, huh? No, not in this economy. These squishmallows are all that I can afford right now. So now that they're content and my knees are tore up, I can focus on what I need to do. So now we're going to work on the second to last charm here, which includes our gold chain. Very similar to what we did in our Hello Kitty keychain tutorial, we will be busting out the flathead pins, the ones that almost take our eyeballs out every time when you cut them. Oh my gosh, did you see that? I I put it in slow motion so you can see how it went to the right and somehow bounced back to the left. Oh my goodness. Like always, make sure to have some kind of eyewear protection or you're gonna end up like him. Last time, we only added 1 bead per pin, but this time, we're gonna be a little fancy and add in some gold accent beads underneath and on top of the green and black beads. As you can see here, I'm just adding the beads and then slightly bending them, but leaving an opening so I have a little space to attach them to the chain. The bottom of the chain, I started with the green bead, but overall, I did 3 green beads and 2 black beads, alternating between them down the chain. I can't get over how gorgeous these colors are together. And now for the surgery part. I'm going to use my trusty drill to make a hole in the head, making sure that I don't do it where the 2 pieces of this head connect. We don't want that to split open, so I'm going to make the hole a little farther back just to be safe. Again, wear those safety goggles and be careful when handling any kind of tool. Now that the hole is perfect, we can go ahead and add in our screw eye, but I'm going to add in some glue just to make sure it's a little more secure. I like to use pliers to help screw it in because it can be a little tricky to hold it, but just hold the screw in place and twist the toy so that it screws in all the way. That's been the easiest way for me so far. Next, we just add our chain, so I'm opening up one of the links and just clipping it onto the screw and closing it up again. Perfect! Now, time to add some details to him. I bought these adorable charms, this one specifically a Virgo charm. Shout out to all the Virgos out there celebrating your birthday month currently. Woo, woo, woo. How fitting that we got Jung Kook as our first member in September. Ooh, bars. Y'all hear that, bars? See, look, now I'm getting distracted. I wanted to put something on the platform he's on, so I'm going to put the Virgo charm on the front and use some glue to glue it on. Just be mindful to use glue that adheres well to plastic, as not all glues do. I realized that when I was about to use E6000 glue, but just read the instructions first and get plastic-friendly glue if you're gonna add something like this. I think for this glue, it needs at least 24 hours to fully cure, but I love how it's a gel, so it didn't run everywhere like other glues, so it was very precise and minimal mess. While that dries, I'm going to start taking apart this bracelet I found because in his album cover he has silver jewelry on. I need to get rid of some of the links on here so I can size it down for his neck. This particular chain was a little hard to unlink because it was so tiny and hard to fully grasp it. Fully grasp it. Sorry guys, see how I'm getting distracted again. Oh my god, sorry. I left the lobster clasp on there because I wanted something sturdy to glue down in the back. I had a hard time closing the lobster clasp. This is probably the most difficult part of the whole keychain, but definitely not necessary, just extra. Cause you know I'm the queen of extra. Yes, I want the triple dipper as my appetizer. Why is that even a question? See, look, I'm distracted again. Oh my gosh, always food. It's always about food. Sorry. Okay. So after many attempts at taking the link off and trying to reattach it, I finally got it. While that dries, I'm just adding gold jump rings to the charms we made earlier and attaching them to the keychain. Now that we have that, I'm going to glue down a tiny piece of his necklace in the front because I don't want it moving around, so I just added the smallest dab of glue and let that rest. I also got this adorable pink bunny charm in honor of Cookie. This was the closest I could find and I think it fits pretty well. I didn't want the front to be too crowded, so I'm going to add him to the back so whenever he's turned around, it's a cute little surprise. I just put glue on wherever it would lay on the toy to secure it, and that's it. I added a final jump ring to attach our gorgeous man to the keychain, and there you have it. I love this guy so much, I can't handle it. If your favorite member is Jung Kook, let me know in the comments why and what you love about him because I want to learn more about each BTS member. I'm also thinking of doing another member of the group, but I definitely need some ideas because I have no idea where to start. Anyways, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I had an absolute blast creating this bag charm and I hope you love it as well. Love you guys, have an amazing week.